catch dog, he getting the beats like it's Dre, like the money in the bank. You better play where it's safe. Told him Bella feels tank, run up to the next stage. I get down, I get dirty, catch him out of trouble. Thinking he gon' get a pass for the slaughter or something. Hungry for it, see it issue, and I rub my stomach. Enough paper to make a buck, I can get it published. What? You don't believe me? They for brown skin, rookie cedar. Got to get it, go retrieve it. Short, small, when that's what Cali was cheap, and I like her. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. First time I done got wild in a long time. We didn't have a good time, not a long time. Prime time, feeling like Beyond in the limelight. So whether in the clouds or down below, all I wanna do is hear you get.
Now from the banks of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Mike Tirico along with my partner Craig Oates, and that's the kicker, Tyler Luke, set to get this started. Off we go from Cincinnati. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We got a low power range. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk our range.
On two. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Burrow gonna open by putting it up. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. He's got it to the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
I like this. Right out of the gate, finding ways to get the running backs involved early in the passing game. What that does throughout the rest of the game, Mike, is those linebackers, their drops don't get quite as deep. Those secondary defenders don't get quite as deep. So you know what it opens up down the road? Big-time shots downfield.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. Couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow to throw. Try him again. Another one to Higgins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. These two got it going on. 19 on that connection, and another 1st down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Fine, ready? From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 6.
11. Stop.
Looking out of the gun, Burrow. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? There's a test on 3rd down. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
This has been a really impressive drive, like really from the start, and this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another 1st down.
On 1st down, Burrow. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will score! Touchdown, Bengals. His 1st touchdown of the new campaign. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Justice Hill to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up the 5. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now 1st carry here for Keaton Mitchell.
First down.
About 3. Quincy Williams in there for the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. He had a Ravens 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
So after giving up a touchdown to start the game, you'd hate to then turn around on your opening drive and give the ball back after a 3-and-out. So that's a nice hard run there, nothing fancy, but just maintain possession and get a fresh set of downs.
On play action, here's Jackson. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away. Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Design run here with Jackson. He has a Ravens 1st down. He has it by plenty. They keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Now Jackson on the move. And they're going to get to him and take him back to the other side of midfield. Dan Hill, the former first-round pick, up the secondary to record the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He keeps it himself. Swung around, he brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the scramble. 33 yards.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. He's in! Jay Flowers! Touchdown, Baltimore.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Still going. And he's going to go all the way. An electrifying run. 76 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
That was a special run, Mike. I mean, it's just rare to have that combination of contact, balance, and strength to not only run through the contact, but then to also have the speed to break away once you get into the open field.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. LaJohntay Wester now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
In motion comes Walker. Jackson now on second down. That is left side and caught by Flowers. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On third down, Jackson
this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up the first set of downs.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yards.
Great job here by the defense, making sure that they have one defender responsible for the running back and one responsible for the quarterback. In this case, they decide to give it to the back. He's taken down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Kool-Aid McKinstry up to make the tackle. It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson.
Catch the ball.
Incomplete. Great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line.
It's not enough. You sell it, left, but it's not enough. You better really stand, but it's not enough. Say you did it to myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I mean, yeah, somebody gotta do it.
Gun. Stop. 180. Legs up. Stop.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Throwing is Burrow. That'll be complete to Dobbins. He's going to have this one up near the 28. 15-yard pickup there. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down. All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow here on 2nd down. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
180. 11. Stop.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. It's a Cincinnati 1st down. 2 minutes remaining here in this 1st half. will come back to Cincinnati in a moment. First and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. Here we go, here we go.
Burrow. He's up this out wide to Dobbins. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up second and 8 at the Ravens' 46-yard line.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. Now, Burrow.
What the fuck?
Open, he'll drive to his running back.
I should have picked,
Bring
bitch.
him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 18 yards on the connection. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Big 13, big 13. Stop.
Back to throw. Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he'll be written out of bounds after a gain of 6.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get it to the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Second down, they need 3.
Here we go. Stop.
And he'll be strapped up at the line of scrimmage. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? He's got his man right side. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
A first down throw for Burrow. Passing right side and chases. And he will get into the end zone. Jamar Chase, touchdown Cincinnati. That his second touchdown of the afternoon. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will take a 21-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Wester now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On first and 10, Jackson. That one caught for Dante Wester. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. A first down throw for Jackson. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This would tie the NFL record, a 66-yard attempt. This one looks good, and it is good from 66. Move over Justin Tucker. There is company atop the record books. quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Wester now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
T-Run, let's go.
Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
Yeah. What are you? No.
Running is Mitchell. Who managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Dax Hill up in the secondary to end the play. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
For the Ravens field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Past midfield. Look at him go. And he's going to take this all the way back. 90 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. McPherson now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Bengals will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Ravens 13.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Wester now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
28 yards.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
Didn't take them long to get down to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Has some room inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Peyton Mitchell. Touchdown, Ravens. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. The extra point is up and through. And the Ravens are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Anthony Gould now to return. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow. That's complete to all the tight ends. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's first and 10.
First down.
Let's get set.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Forced out wide. And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds.
That's a lot of work for no gain. You risk taking a shot there if you're the quarterback the longer you hold on to the ball. But there was nothing there. Good job to the defense shutting that one down.
Try again. It's second and 10.
Here we go. 11 mighty. Right 80. Stop.
Burrow now. A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be... Oh, he did. He's got it. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals tack on one more to their lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Wester now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on first down. This one complete to Bateman. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now second and 6 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 6. From the gun, Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he will score. Jay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Here's Gould on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. It's hot. Stop.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On one. Ready?
From the 38 now, here's second down and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. What is hot? Stop.
Burrow to throw. He'll find Chase. That's complete. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback. Not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
It's hot. 11 MT. 11 MT. Stop.
Burrow now to throw on first down. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
From the 46, here's
Poses. You don't have to ever quit. You think that you can get away with it. You think the light won't be ever lit. It's almost over now, almost over now. Something on your chest, better get it off. There'll be no one left when we set it off. We ain't gonna take it no more, since it's almost over now, almost over now. You had plenty of time, there was no rush, but it was your dream to be like us. You're in dreamland, so you don't care. And as you wait, we're standing there. Yeah. Can't be me, I'm a rock star. I'm rhyming on the top of a cop car. I'm a rebel, I'm a rebel, I'm a rebel. It's almost over now, almost over now. I guess you ain't heard that we swallow guys. It's too damn late to apologize. When you see the mantle, look when you see the time. It's almost over now, almost over now. You think that you don't have to ever quit. You think that you can get away with it. You think the light won't be ever lit. It's almost over now, almost over now. Something on your chest, better get it off. There'll be no one left when we set it off. We ain't gonna take it no more, since it's almost over now, almost over now. Just better get it off. Yeah. Set it off. Look, it's almost over now, almost over now. You don't succeed 'cause you hesitate. You think we're flying, but we levitate. Just be yourself, don't ask us why. 'Cause if you don't, we fly. Can't be me, I'm a rock star. I'm rhyming on the top of a cop's car. I'm a rebel, I'm a rebel, I'm a rebel. It's almost over now, almost over now. I guess you ain't heard that we swallow guys. It's too damn late to apologize. When you see the mantle and when you see the sky, it's almost over now, almost over now. You think that you don't have to ever quit. You think that you can get away with it. You think the light won't be ever lit. It's almost over now, almost over now. Something on your chest, better get it off. There'll be no one left when we set it off. We ain't gonna take it no more, since it's almost over now, almost over now. You can't be me, I'm a rock star. I'm rhyming on the top of my car. I'm a rebel, I'm a rebel, I'm a rebel. It's almost over now, it's almost over now. I guess you ain't heard that we swallow guys. It's too damn late to apologize. When you see the mantle or when you see the sky, it's almost over now, almost over now. No one ever really dies. Do you believe that? Well, if not, for you, it's almost over now, almost over now.
me. You ain't gotta go, you can with me. We can hang out, do the day with me. I'm trying to be a man, it can stay friendly. We could do the beach, we could hang out. Yes, I and the ego to my house. You can spend the night till we wake up. Do it all again, cause it ain't mud. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams. Hey yo, my new thing is I don't want you round if you useless. I make a living rhyming, same job as Dr. Seuss's. People only give to get back, that's recoupment. Always have their two hands out, like they. My new thing is you ain't even gotta be my new chick. You can just put. Either way, it ain't gotta be love. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And all the way in for the Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Ravens take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. A nice job getting free on a return for 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go. 12. Ready?
Here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Green able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes and throw the football, and they'll have a better chance to win again this week.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Burrow throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 180. Legs hot.
Now it's Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Gun. 11 MT. 11. Gun.
And Burrow going to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And will be intercepted. Picked up by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because...
Oh, right on the heels of the pick six. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Right within there every now and then.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper in 2nd and 1.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. 20! Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and his early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Well, the Ravens are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
7-7, our score after 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Henry going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Here's Henry. And he'll get it. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
11. Hey, can. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The Bengals at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking deep here for Chase. This is caught inside the 15. 49 yards there, a big one.
Well, he moved his weight quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right, 80.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
It's now 3rd
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
To throw is Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Shamar Stewart drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. Returnable here from the 38. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Can. 11, Thomas. Stop.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a pretty little juke move there. Nice game. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Now 2nd and 3.
12. Here we go. Right, 80.
Now Burrow. A short throw there, pulled in by all. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Right, 80. Right, hot. 11.
Burrow looking to pass. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Ravens' 6-yard line.
11. Here we go. Right, 80. Right, hot.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. What a great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And the Raven 1st down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And Walker has it. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Baltimore.
Here's Jackson. They'll find Bateman once more. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, well, fortunately, this is a tie game. They need to call it. They need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Jackson.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. Well, they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And they'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. From 10 yards out.
And the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 10. An option give now to Mitchell.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
That's taken in by Higgins.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're
They're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A good-looking return set up here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll cut him down at the 44.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Jackson. That is caught with Sean Bateman.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And Ryan's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Got a man open, it's Chase.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
A gain of 31 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
Now it's Jackson. Going up top. That is incomplete.
They're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Finding Walker complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now 2nd and 5. Now Jackson going to shift him around.
The 11-yard line.
Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion brings us 1 step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson now. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Well, if you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Offline, ready?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a run, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Big 13. Big 13.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. They'll get this down to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive, because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact,
They don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense and get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
This now a 3rd and 4. Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Ravens 21.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
We go from sorry inside, they're ready to grab them. Then get to the front. I want the money, the cash, the moolah, the bag, the currency stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have. The things will be lacking, my bro, so what are we lacking? I could point a guy, so much that's around, but that's out of
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. With that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as the tackle is made at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
On 2, ready?
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. A short throw there, pulled in by all. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
On 1, ready?
At the 26-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Bengals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.